Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Children, you are welcome for the online class. Today we are going to learn third unit poem, All the World's Stage. Know what is All the World's Stage? It is written by William Shakespeare. The phrase All the World's Stage is the beginning of the monologue from William Shakespeare. It is taken from As You Like It and scene Act 2 and scene 7. This had been spoken by or told by Jacques, the character in the play. So, this is taken from As You Like It, the play William Shakespeare wrote, and it is a part of it, scene 2 and Act 7 had been taken, and you will be seeing today all the stages of the men. Know that if you have taken Rajinikanth song, Tamil song is there. If you take, you will be singing, you can separate the life into 8 parts. வாழ்க்கையை 8ஆக பிரிச்சுக்கோ அப்படின்னு ஒரு பாட்டு இருக்கு இல்லையா? Same way we have all the stage, that is men and women are players and it is a stage, and we have to play 7 stages. Each one of the human being have to play 7 stages in their life. So a man have to play 7 stages. That 7 stages we are going to see in this poem. So, All the World Stage written by William Shakespeare. All the World's Stage, we'll go and see about the author. William Shakespeare was born in 1564 and died in 1660. His life period is from 1564 to 1616. Was a prolific writer during the Elizabethan and Jacobean period. You know, in era we will be saying 15th century, 16th century, like that. So here we will be saying that we have Elizabethan and Jacobean, both the period he belongs to. So Elizabethan period and Jacobean period is there, and both the period he belongs to. Of British theatre, sometimes called the English Renaissance. So the period of William Shakespeare is called as English Renaissance. You know that in Tamil we will say Maru Malarchi, like that. In Renaissance, poetry writing all been changed. Previously they were taken the poem of Latin and Greek, and later there was a special year, and that was for Shakespeare. And that period is called English Renaissance. So he belonged to English Renaissance. Shakespeare's plays or perhaps his most enduring legacy, but they are not the only thing he wrote. Shakespeare's poems remain popular to this day. You know that if you know, even if somebody you ask, somebody was reciting a poem or something, you will be asking, what, you are a great Shakespearean. Or if anybody speaks good English, you will be calling what, you are a Shakespearean brother or sister, like that. They will be just making teasing like that. So even from this century, he is well known, and his poetry writing is such that, and his plays were like that. He wrote 38 plays, and all the 38 plays was different, and their characters were different. So he is very great personality in writing and well known to all over the world. Shakespeare's rich and diverse works have spanned countless adoption across multiple genera and cultures. His writings have been compiled in various literature of the plays, sonnets and other poems. William Shakespeare continues to be one of the most important literary figure of the English language, and he was very good of Shakespearean sonnets. So Shakespearean sonnets is 16-line poem, and that has been written, and Shakespearean sonnets is a special sonnets. He wrote 16 lines poem, and it is well known to everybody. All the World's Stage, we will see the gist of the poem. What is the gist of the poem? We will see what it is. In the poem The World's Stage, written by William Shakespeare, the character Jacques enumerates the various stages of man's life. This famous speech is in the comedy As You Like It. So here Jacques is a comedian, he makes a comedy. So a human being's life may be separated into different things like 7 stages. And he had been sung that, and that has been written here. So here man's life is separated into 7 stages. It had been separated into 7 stages. A man's life starts as an infant. So how it starts? Starts like an infant. The baby whispers instant sounds and vomits on the nurse's arm. The second stage summarizes the unwilling, unhappy schoolboy stage. The first stage is infant stage. So the infant, you know, a small kid or baby, how it will be just sleeping all the day, and it will be just vomiting, and it will be taken care by the nurse. And second stage is, you know, that after you are grown up to 3 years like that, you will be sent to school with a small bag. You will be crying and walking. So the same way a school boy, second stage is as a school boy. Unwilling and unhappy to go to school. The school boy going to school crawls like a snail. How it goes? He goes like a snail. How a snail crawls and goes, like with a bag, it will be just unwilling to go, and it will be walking, just tidy walks, keeping legs here and there, and it will be nice to look. So second stage is the school going boy. And third stage, the school boy grows and turns to be a lover, an unsuccessful lover writing stories and poems. You know that in a teenage you will be having all the problems. The same way, third stage, after first stage is infant, second stage is your school going boy unwilling to go to school, and third stage is lover being attracted with the women or a ladies or a girl by falling in love, and when they are rejected, there will be a failure, and he starts writing poem. So that is the stage of third stage we call as lover stage. So here third stage is lover stage, and he is in that stage. Then the fourth stage, the man turns to be a soldier. So because he had failed in his love, he started going to as a soldier to be a good do a service to the nation and be a good soldier. So he goes as a soldier and joins. So its fourth stage is soldier. As a soldier, he goes and joins the army. Then he is like a brave person, like a leopard. How a leopard is there as a brave as, so in that stage he is very brave, and he is ready to fight with his enemies and other things. He is unarmed by reputation and ill-tempered too. He then gets transferred to a judge. So what happens? In this stage, as a soldier, he was getting often angry, and he was not in a permanent stage. He is not understanding what is life. As a soldier, he gets angry, and he was a brave person, at the same time always angry mood. He is getting angered. Transferred to, then that ill-tempered nature had been changed, and it has changed, and how he was judging, he is analyzing as a man, he is analyzing, this is good, this is right, and this can be done, this cannot be done, right and wrong he understood, and he is judging himself. That is the stage. He is wise, uttering proverbs and sound in judgment. So he was very good, you know, at that stage he will be a man, and he will be a father of a child. He know which is good and which is bad, and he know how to judge. And the judgment, as a judge he believe, and he know how to judge the situation. And he was wise, uttering proverbs. He will be uttering all the proverbs and other things, good things and other things to the ass. Has a formal cut beard. He was having a formal cut beard. He is very fat, as his belly is loaded with chicken fat content. So he is very fat. In this stage, how he is very fat, and he will be having a big belly, and that is chicken is packed in that belly. Like that it will be a big belly he will be having in this stage. He is serious in approach and attitude. So how he will be? He will be very serious, and the nature of him will be very serious, and he will be approaching everything with a keen observation, and he will be thinking this is good or not, and he will be doing all analysis with all the work. The next stage is man faces the diminishing trend in the health. So next stage is next to manhood, and he becomes the next little old stage, and some illness will be there in his life. Too big, and he looks funny. So this stage he was with a full trouser or too big, and he looks funny. So because the fat man had become thin, and because of that the dresses and all not fit. So he will be like a trousers and too big, and he will be looks funny. He will be looking funny in that stage. The last stage, ready for the exit. No, you have as an infant, your entrance is there in the world, and last stage is you will be exit from the world, that is second childhood. That stage is called second childhood. First infant childhood you will be entering the world, and second childhood you will be exiting, and this is called as last stage. The man lives his life as a child. So he lives as a child. How a child begins life, like that he is being. What happened in this second childhood? He is without teeth. So first when a child borns, it will be not having a teeth, it will not have other things and all, and walking or movement and all. The same way here also he will be lose his eyesight, he lose his teeth, and that is called as second childhood. Without good vision, he will not have a good vision, and his taste buds all will be not there, giving a good taste to him, and almost without everything. The different stage of a man is excellently narrated in All the World stage. So it is very clear, children. I think you all learned 7 stages. What is the first stage? It is infant. First stage is infant stage, second stage is school going child, and third stage is a lover stage, and fourth is soldier, and fifth is a man, and sixth is a little old man, and then last stage is second childhood. You will be losing your teeth, eyesight, your taste bud, everything, and at last you have to bid a goodbye to the world, and all your stage in this world will be get end. So it is very clear, all those 7 stages you understood? Okay. So this is the poem verses. I think you can see this. We will read each and every line. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrance, and one man is time plays many parts. His act being 7 stages. At first the infant, mewling and pucking in the nurse's arm, then the winning schoolboy with a satchel and shining morning face, creeping like a snail, unwilling to school, and then the lover, sighing like furnace with the awful ballad. Okay, see here, all the world stage. So the world is compared to a stage. What is a world? World is compared to a stage. So here, without like and as you are using, so it is a metaphor. What it is? It is metaphor. So this line is metaphor. All the world stage. So here without like and as it is compared, the world is compared to the stage without as and like, so it is metaphor. Then, and all the men and women merely players. The men and women were merely players. What they are? Players. So here the world is stage and the men and women are players. They are actors. They are acting their role in the world. So the players means actors. They are playing the role in the world. What the play God given, they are playing it as a child, infant child, boy or girl or like that. Each stage they are doing there in the world. They have their exit. They have their exit means they will be going out at the last stage. After they finishing the last stage, they will be bid goodbye to the world and they will go on meet God in the heaven. So that is their exits. And entrance is their birth. They are born in this world as a child, that is called entrance. They are entrance as a baby in this world, and as an old man after death they go, that is called exit. And exit and entrance is birth and death. So your exit is death of a person and entrance is a birth of a person. And one man in his time plays many parts. So for one man plays many parts, and how many parts he is playing? 7 parts, 7 stages in his life. So one man in his time means life, it denotes the life of a person. Plays what? Many parts means many stages. His acts being 7 stages. How many stages are there? 7 ages or 7 stages are there. So he has 7 ages. At first as a infant means newborn child. At first newborn child. What is a newborn child? A newborn child is a infant baby in the hand of the nurse. Mewling. What do you mean by mewling? Mewling means vomiting, crying and pucking. Pucking means vomiting and mewling means crying. So what it will do? Sleeping, crying and vomiting. This infant child, what is the stage? In this stage, what a child will do? It will be crying always or sleeping always or vomiting. So after having a milk, drinking a milk, it will be just vomiting in the hands of the nurses. So in the nurse's arm. Nurse's arm means here you can say a mother or relatives who is taking care of the child. So they are called as nurses. Then the winning schoolboy with a satchel. What is a satchel? Bag at the back. So winning schoolboy means unwilling to come to school, crying boy. So a schoolboy who is crying to come to school, he will be having a satchel at the back. He will be having a bag at the back to the school. So that is called satchel. And shining morning face. How the child's face will be? It will be, you know, if you see a small kid's face, you'll be feeling very happy, peaceful. So shining, like a shining morning, like a star he will be coming, shining sun like that. His face will be so bright. And shining morning face, how a morning shining sun shines and it will be bright like that his face will be. And creeping, how it will be? Creeping. So here like is given, so what it is? Simile. Unwilling to school, he is not ready to go to school, he is not willing to go to school. Then, and then the lover. So here the next stages, first stage is infant, second stage is schoolboy, and third stage is he is like a lover. You know the stages, because of adolescent you will have all problems. You will be thinking that that girl is a big thing and the girl will be thinking a boy. Later there will be a fight and you will realize that your father and mother is great. Everybody will be having that problem and you know that it is not true, because when you in the young age you will be having lot thoughts, and when you mature you will be thinking how foolish in this age I will be. So you must not think of this at all. So and then the lover, shying like a furnace, how he will be? He will be just dressing himself and always like a furnace, he will be very active. Now furnace you have seen where the fire will be there. So like that he will be like a fire. With woeful bad, because he was failed in his love, so woeful means sorrowful ballad. Ballad means thinking his girlfriend, he will be singing a song, so that is called ballad, woeful ballad. So this is not good in a life. It is not necessary at all, but here it is there in that stage. Third stage is a lover stage. So you can see the stages I have given this side, you can see stage 1. So infant, a complaining boy, schoolboy, a lover, a beard soldier, a wise justice, an old man, and second childhood. So that is your last stage. First is infant, next is complaining schoolboy, and third is a lover and a beard soldier. So you can see here your first stage is your infant stage. It is missing. So here this is the, and second one is a complaining, third one is a lover, then fourth one is a beard soldier, and fifth is a wise justice, then sixth is an old man, and then second last childhood is your last stage. So it is very clear, children, you understood? I believe it is very clear to you. Okay, so you can see how it is. Persons are just performing all the world stage, and all the men and women are players, they are playing. So I made this, you can understand, and it is not clear. Okay. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exit and their entrance, and one man in this time plays many parts. At first the infant, mewling and pucking. So infant baby is like this, how it will be crawling. So this is the stage of an infant, so I have given you. So here after that lover stage, made to his mistress eyebrow. So he will be making a ballad, and what is that ballad? The ballad is thinking of his love, highbrow, how beautiful it is, he will be singing a song. So here it is not necessary, it is no use. Then as soldier, full of strange oath and beard like pard. So then next stage is your is your soldier. And what the soldier is doing is full of strange oath. As a soldier, when he joins in the navy or army, he will be having all promises to keep, and he took oaths. Oath means promise. He is having lot of promise to keep. And how is he is with a beard? He is having a beard in the soldier stage, like a pard. Pard means leopard. How a leopard is very fast and very fightful and curious, and we can say very eager. Like that, a soldier life is like that, always angry mood. He will be in anger, and he will be having all promise, and he will be having a beard, and like a pard, he will be looking like a leopard, very fast in all the work. He will be jealous in honor. So this stage, what will happen? Jealous in honor. He will be, suppose if the next person is given importance, he will feel jealous, why I didn't get. So always you want to get first place or first thing like that. So he will be jealous in honor. And then sudden and quick in quarrel. He will be sudden, he will be fighting with everything, everybody. So that a mature mind he will not have in this stage. He will be quarreling with everybody. Sudden, quick and quarrel means he will be quarreling with everybody for everything. Seeking the bubble reputation. So he will be not getting a good name in this stage. So seeking the bubble reputation. So what you want? You want honor. So he must be honored. Everywhere he will be thinking that he must be given first preference, and he must be honored. For that he will be fighting for, and he will be like that. Even in the cannon's mouth, even when he was before a cannon, you know what is a cannon? We will say in our army there will be a big cannon, so which is there to shoot you. Even if he is standing before a cannon, he will be just in the mouth of the cannon. If he stands, he will be having the same feeling, honor and sudden and quick and bubble reputation he needs. He will be a leopard, at the same time often he will be getting angry and he will be fighting. And then the justice, next stage is your, fifth stage is your justice. What this justice? An ordinary man who is a married man is called a justice. In fair round belly, how he will be? He will be fat and having a round belly with good cap on lined. So here he will be wearing on the apron, like he will be wearing, and belt, with a belt he will be having on it, and he will be just making. With eyes severe and beard formal cut. How is thing will be? Beard will be in a formal cut. It will be in a formal cut. With eyes severe. So eyes will be always severe. How will be severe? He will be looking at and red in color, and he will be always thinking and analyzing what to be happen. So here his beard will be in formal cut, full of wise sauce. He will be in a wise man. He will be in a wise personality and full of wise sauce. Even whatever he is looking with a wise, he will be looking. And modern instance, he will be having modern instance, modern thought also. And he plays his part. So here fifth stage is your justice. Justice is a wise man. A wise man gives advice, and now he analyzes what is life, like that is a wise justice. And with a high severe and beard will be in formal cut, full of wise sauce and modern instance. And so he plays his part. The sixth age shifts into the lean and slipper pantaloons. So the sixth stage is shift to the same person, how he will be having a fair round belly in the fifth part, and in the sixth he will become very lean. So as a man he will be having all authority, he will be eating in his age all, and he will be having a big belly. But when the next stage, in the sixth stage, he will be becoming very lean and slippered pantaloons, he will be wearing like that. And the last stage will be with sixth stage with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. So, you will be wearing a pantaloon, you know pantaloon is a fant attached with a belt like you will be having, old people used to wear, you will be having like this crossed thing you will be wearing, and with the fant it will be just coming out. So, it will be attached with a cross belt. So, you will be having on the thing. It's youthful O's, well saved, a world too wide. So, youthful O's, well saved, a world too wide. So, he thinks in this age he served a lot to the world. For his shrunk shank and his big manly voice. So, now what happens to his voice? His voice becomes not manly like previously, and it will be ordinary voice. For his shrunk shank, so the voice had been shrunk and shank, it was not clear now. And his big manly voice had gone, now it become very old, his voice is very lower, and with a shrunken voice he will be speaking. Turning again towards childish trouble. So, here what has happened? So, childish trouble pipes, how a child when starts speaking. So, like that here what happens in this stage, even second childhood stage, he was just piping, and the whistles in his sound, there will be a sound in the whistles. So, his manly voice had gone now, and is having a piping. As a second childhood person, how they were started learning and making some sounds. So, like that their sounds also will be, and whistles in his sound. Last scene of, so that was the last scene of all, that ends the strange eventful history. So, here it ends the eventful history of his second childishness and mere oblivion. San teeth, san eyes, san taste, san everything. So, what happened? He loses. San means lose. So, he will be not having no teeth, no eyesight, no taste. So, nothing was there. So, sans everything means all will be gone, and no more will be. The 7 Stages by William Wordsworth. Glossary: time means lifetime, parts means year, characters age means year, periods of time, mewling a small weak noise and that the cat makes, and pucking means vomiting, winning means expressing unwillingness, unhappiness, creeping means walking slowly, satchel means a shoulder bag, furnace means place where fire is made, san means without. So, here figure of speeches are there, alliteration. So, here and one man in his time plays P and parts, so alliteration. So, here with the W starts and woeful is, so alliteration. Quick and quarrel is QQ, so you are having alliteration. These lines are alliterations. And well, world, wide. So, these are alliteration. Shrunk, shank. So, this is alliteration. So, here san and san repeated, repetition we can say, and alliteration also. Teeth and taste, so alliteration. So, you have so many alliterations. So, metaphor. So, metaphor is what? Anything, two things compared, and when two things is compared with as and like, without as and like, if it is compared. For example, if a person is coming who is very dark, we will say that fellow is as a crow, he is like a crow, we will say, and that is called simile. And we will say that a crow is coming. So, this is for example only, do not call anybody or do not tease like that. For example, I am telling you, you can keep in mind correctly, so I am telling you. So, metaphor means without anything, straight away if you are calling without as and like, then it is called metaphor. Already I said you this line is metaphor. So, this line is metaphor, and then and all the men and women merely actors means men and women is like a player, merely players he is giving. So, it is metaphor. Seeking the bubble repetition, this is also same way metaphor. Personification, you know what is personification? If anything is given important for as a person, they are considered as a person or given important as a person, a thing is given importance as a person or considered as a person, then we say personification. Even in the canon mounts and then the justice. So, here is that is called as the canon. So, it is a thing and it is given more important than a person and it is considered as a person. So, it is personification. Simile. So, we have 3 lines and shining morning face creeping like a snail and shining like furnace and full of strange oaths and bread like the pard. So, these all are similes. Thank you. So, children, so far we have seen all the stages in the poem what William Shakespeare told, 7 stages. You can tell me what are the stages? Yeah, first one is infant, second one is unwilling schoolboy, and third one is lover, fourth one is soldier, and then fifth one is man, and sixth one is old man, and seventh stage is second childhood and he will be no more. I think you understood and enjoyed the poem. You will be having 7 stages to play. I think you are in the third stage, children, but be good and do good and think of your parents. That stage you know what all the drawbacks. Later you will be feeling, so realize that the third stage must be very, very carefully handled by you. So, take care of that. And so that the previous other coming future stages also will be excellent in your life. All the wishes, enjoy your days, learn nicely, happy days learning poem. So, I am bidding goodbye to you and meet you in the next class. Thank you, children.